evening, everyone. Raise your hand if you know what spoken word poetry is. Spoken word poetry is poetry that is written for performance purposes. Spoken word poetry is poetry that doesn't just stay on the page. Today I will be performing a spoken word poem. How to Survive Without Any Help, an instructional guide by Vishali Ratnam. Step 1. Find a fresh water stream. Live near it. Step 2. Know how to make a fire. Step 3. Know what the poisonous foods are and go nowhere near them. Step 5. Know how to hunt animals. Step 6. Know how to treat wounds. Step 7. Do not get hurt. Step 8. Do not make mistakes. Step 9. Learn to live without help. Step 10. You can't. Step 10. You cannot. Step 10. You cannot live without help. Who is going to tell me that these berries are in fact not poisonous? Who is going to tell you how to treat your wound? Who is going to tell you how to make a fire, or how to build a shelter, or how to properly hunt an animal? That all requires help. Help. Verb, to make something easier for someone by offering aid. Noun, assistance. All survivor stories end with another person. All survivor stories end with help. For example, Into the Wild. It's a book based on a true story about a 19-year-old boy who gave away all his possessions, gave away all his money to go live in the woods of Alaska, alone. 4 months later, his decomposed dead body was found by a group of moose hunters, still alone. The story did end with other people, but it wasn't a survivor story. No help. No help results to very chaotic things. Imagine, if you could walk on the train tracks without fear of it hitting you. Imagine, if you could walk outside without fear of acquiring a cold or about lumps in your chest. Imagine. If you could do anything you wanted to. Imagine. If you needed no help. Imagine if life was easy. Now, imagine a world with no people. Imagine how quiet, how calm, how relaxing it would be. Then, imagine being the only one on this planet. Imagine how scared, how helpless, how lonely you would feel. Things can get so different by just changing one person. One person can be the biggest difference in the way your quality of life is. Bin Laden, 2,996 people dead in one day. Hitler, nearly 10 million people dead in 6.5 years. Doctors, nurses, paramedics, too many people to count, but alive, still ongoing. Maybe you're the one who can't get the apples to keep the doctors away. Maybe you're the one who is fighting yourself. Maybe you're perfectly fine. But whatever you are, you can still not survive without help. Step 11. Get help. And if you don't need it right now, provide it. Thank you.